I used to pray for times like these. We are getting a new Xenoverse game, Xenoverse 3. I think I legit died like 3 years ago because I feel like if this is what heaven is, then shit, I think I might be dead. So yesterday, right, I literally just, I was driving out, to a retro game store, I bought some bangers, right? But then I got the notification from my phone while I was driving, right, that Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 is officially announced and it is coming. And I was like, what the fuck? I was almost about to crash my car out of excitement. And honestly, I wouldn't even blame myself for doing it, because that would be a completely valid reaction. Now, I seen the trailer for this game, right, and they didn't show any gameplay, right, but I like the concept, all right? I really like the fact that it doesn't just look like they're just borrowing the same stuff, just concept-wise from like Xenoverse 1 and 2. And I really do like the character designs here too. The character designs are actually really cool. I've seen a lot of people thirst over this character right here, and we don't even know her name. And she probably has way already tons of Rule 34 in stock for y'all motherfuckers to goon to. My whole life is changed since you came in. I knew back then you were that special. And also, I just really like to point the fact that they just named the character just Brett. John Dragon Ball, Jane Dragon Ball, and Bread Dragon Ball. And also, we have Bulma in here as well, and she may or may not be like 267 years old. So, on top of just getting a BBL, I think she like later realized that maybe being immortal just might be better. We're gonna have to see what that thing is all about in the story mode, I guess. But I'm really excited for this. At least through the concept of it. I'm excited for it, but I do have my worries though. Now, I just want to make this very clear. Sparking Zero came out not too long ago, right? And I think these games were being developed at the same time. But I definitely do feel like Sparking Zero was made to be rushed out more. Now look, as much as I loved Sparking Zero through the initial first two week period, for the first 2 weeks, it felt like a fun game. Alright, but then after you realize, right, that there's not a lot of stuff that can really keep you playing in this game. Now, one of my biggest problems with Sparking Zero, right, was no single player content that lasted long, and even any single multiplayer modes that had variety. All you had was just the single battle and the team battles, and there wasn't really much variety. And also, we have to take into account that the balancing in that game, especially for the online, it was terrible. It was terrible. You could not go and match in Sparking Zero without at least seeing a fusion character. It was annoying. The moment I saw somebody pick a fusion in Sparking Zero in my ranked matches, I knew I just had to just unplug the computer, because I was not gonna deal with this any further. People were just I get it. You want to play the stronger characters? Fine. But if I see that every single match, is it really that worth it? Why does everybody just like the same character? I wanna fight against the freaking, I wanna fight against the Chaozu. It's so over. It's so over, bros. It is so over. Fuck, this is not gonna hit. I know this is not gonna hit. Oh! Oh my god, is this it? Yes! Yes! Fucking finally! I don't care! I don't care! No joke, I literally won against a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta using Bobbity. And that felt like one of the most fun things I ever did in a video game ever. I just hope that it doesn't end up like Sparking Zero, which I can already kind of say I don't think it will, because I think Bandai knows that Xenoverse does make money and that they can milk it for DLC and people will buy it. And so at least if they make the game good, then people will be like, yes, I want to spend more money on this game, right? And one of the things I have seen people be concerned about Xenoverse 3, right, is what if the gameplay is just the same from the previous games? And I can understand that, right? Xenoverse combat wasn't really that mechanically in depth. It definitely did have a lot of cheese and a lot of things going for it, right? But I mean, it's been almost 10 years since Xenoverse 2, so I'm not really sure if they're gonna reuse some stuff or they're just gonna revamp some stuff. For all we know, this could have similar combat to Sparking Zero,
and it may just be an entirely new thing, but I'm just really excited, you know, for Xenoverse 3, right? Because I played Xenoverse 2 for like almost, I think I almost accumulated over at least 1,000 hours on that game. I played on the Xbox, the PlayStation, even the PC. I played it everywhere, dude. Like Xenoverse 2 was such a great game that I played it when I was born. All right, it was my comfort game for a little while, right? You know what's crazy about it too is like Xenoverse 2 is so old that they literally made an entire like an entire sex mod. That was real. If you know, you know. Now I know it might seem like I am glazing like the concept of Xenoverse 3 a lot, which I am no doubt I am doing, and probably reasonably. I don't know, but look, I'm not really hesitant to change my opinion about the game if I really do see something like I may not like that I probably just don't think is gonna be good for the game. If the gameplay ends up looking like a slideshow, or maybe it just ends up running terribly, or just like the online may not have like an actual good netcode, then maybe like, okay, you know, I'm not gonna be afraid to criticize it, right? I'm not gonna be afraid to criticize. Like, do you guys remember when like people were making reviews of Sparking Zero, right? And then when you pointed out the slightest flaw in Sparking Zero, there would be just straight up glazers that would literally just flame you in the comments. If you insulted one aspect of Sparking Zero, it was on the same caliber as like if you insulted like their dead dog or their dead like grandma or something, you know? But keep in mind, if Xenoverse 3 does end up being worse than Sparking Zero, I'm legit gonna make spaghetti and meatballs, and the meatballs are gonna be made of my own family jewels. And honestly, guys, I think Xenoverse 3 just might be like the anime equivalent of like GTA 6. I think this is gonna be the GTA 6 for basically anime games. And it always amazes me, right, that Dragon Ball always seems to have consistently at least decently made and good quality games, despite most of like Shonen's properties like not really having that same treatment. And I'm just like, wow, I can't believe Dragon Ball is like the only anime to just have like consistently good games. And it's just, well, hey, I don't know. But yeah, I'm really excited for Xenoverse 3. I just don't want it to end up like Sparking Zero, and I don't want people to like really move on from it as quickly as we once did with Sparking Zero. But you know, I still play Sparking Zero. I still play that shit modded. Did you know that you can literally play as Jotaro, Ichigo, and Yusuke Urameshi modded on PC? That is fun. That is fun. And I know that they're adding Sparking Zero DLC. Yeah, they're adding more characters, right? But like I said, I mean, you can literally just play that modded for free. Like you can add all the characters you want, just modded. All right. But yeah. Anyways, you guys, have yourselves a damn good one, and peace out, y'all.